Imagine this scenario. You come home after a long day, eager to relax, but instead you're met with a living room disaster. A scene of utter chaos. Pillow stuffing is everywhere, blanketing the floor like a bizarre, feathery snow. It's clear a major explosion of fluff has occurred, and there, amidst the fluffy wreckage, is your dog sitting in the middle of it all, looking like the prime suspect in this pillow crime scene. Head down, ears back, eyes averted. It's a posture of what appears to be pure, unadulterated guilt. It's the classic guilty look every dog owner knows so well. That seemingly universal expression of canine remorse. We instantly assume our dog feels shame, that they understand they've done something wrong and are now experiencing the emotional consequences. We're quick to start mapping our own human emotions onto their body language, interpreting their behavior through the lens of our own understanding of right and wrong. It's comforting to believe our pets share our moral code, that they operate under the same ethical framework as we do, that they regret breaking the rules and that they feel bad about disappointing us. But is this really what's happening in your dog's mind? Is that guilty look truly an expression of remorse? Is he truly feeling guilt in the way that we humans understand it? Or is something else entirely behind those sad eyes? Could there be a different explanation for this seemingly universal display of canine contrition? The behavior is obvious. The slumped posture, the averted gaze, the tucked tail. But the emotion behind it is far less certain. It's a complex puzzle of canine communication. To truly understand our dogs, to decipher the meaning behind their actions, we need to look past our human assumptions and try to see the world through their eyes. What is your dog actually communicating in these moments? What message are they trying to convey with their body language? Let's step into the world of the dog, leave our human biases behind, and find out what's really going on in that furry little head. We see guilt in our dogs because of anthropomorphism, projecting human emotions onto animals. When your dog cowers, it mirrors a child caught misbehaving, so we assume the same emotion is at play. This belief is reinforced every time the guilty look coincides with a mess. Our reactions create a feedback loop. We scold, the dog looks more submissive, and we read it as deeper guilt. Believing in canine guilt makes our bond feel stronger, but is it real? It's a beautiful idea, but let's look at what science says. We've all seen it, that unmistakable, almost comical, guilty look on our dog's face. But what we interpret as guilt is actually an appeasement display, a dog's way of de-escalating conflict. A strategy deeply rooted in their pack behavior. It's their way of saying, I come in peace. Lowered head, tucked tail, often accompanied by a slight trembling, averted gaze. These are all signals meant to calm you, to diffuse a potentially tense situation. It's important to understand that these aren't confessions of wrongdoing, admissions of guilt for that chewed-up slipper or overturned trash can. Dogs use these signals with each other constantly to avoid confrontation, to maintain harmony within their social structure. When your dog sees you upset, perhaps after discovering a mess, he's reacting to your anger, your raised voice, your tense body language. He's not reflecting on his actions, replaying the scene of the crime in his head. He's saying, please don't be mad, I'm not a threat, I'm small and harmless. This is a survival strategy honed over generations of canine evolution. It's not a moral reckoning, a moment of canine conscience. The look is about managing the present, navigating the immediate emotional landscape. It's not about regretting the past, dwelling on what's already happened. Your dog is reading your cues, every micro-expression, every shift in your posture, and responding instinctively with the tools he has available to him. It's social anxiety, a desire to appease, not guilt in the human sense. We've all seen it, that classic guilty look on our dog's face. But what does it really mean? Are they truly aware of their misdeeds, or is something else entirely going on? Scientific studies are shedding light on this fascinating aspect of canine behavior. The research suggests that the guilty look isn't actually tied to a dog's awareness of misbehavior in the way we might assume. It's not necessarily an admission of guilt. In carefully designed experiments, dogs consistently showed the same submissive signals regardless of their actions. This raises some interesting questions about what triggers this behavior. The key finding was that dogs displayed these submissive behaviors, whether or not they'd actually done anything wrong, but only if their owner was upset or perceived to be upset. So, the guilty look is more accurately a response to your displeasure, a reaction to your emotional state. It's a display of appeasement, not an admission of guilt or wrongdoing. Dogs feel fear or anxiety when scolded, and that's what you're seeing in their body language. It's a stress response, not moral regret or a sense of having violated a rule. Punishing a dog after the fact, long after the crime has occurred, only serves to create confusion and unnecessary stress for your furry friend. The dog simply can't connect your anger in that moment to something it did hours or even minutes ago. The association is lost. Instead, it learns something entirely different. It learns that your arrival can be unpredictable and sometimes even scary, leading to heightened anxiety. This ultimately erodes trust between you and your dog, and creates a general state of anxiety for the animal. The lesson your dog internalizes isn't "don't make a mess," it's "my human is sometimes frightening and unpredictable, and I need to be careful." Understanding this crucial distinction fundamentally changes how we should respond to our dogs, and allows us to build a stronger, more trusting relationship based on positive reinforcement and understanding. Knowing the guilty look is fear, not remorse, should change our approach to training. Focus on positive reinforcement. Reward good behavior instead of punishing mistakes. Give your dog appropriate outlets like chew toys, and praise them for using them. If accidents happen, clean up and adjust routines, rather than scolding. Address boredom or anxiety with exercise and mental stimulation. Build trust through consistency and kindness, not intimidation. Dogs aren't trying to defy us, they're navigating our world as best they can. When we communicate with understanding, we create a partnership built on trust and love.